Boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're talking about my best games of all time. These over 3,000 games I'm reviewing at this point. Now we're into 50 through to 41. First up, we have got Obama Llama 2. Now it doesn't say 2 on it, strangely enough, and in fact it's got the rule pad like glued to the lid somehow. I think it's just been unplayed for so long. This is actually a game I got in a charity shop, and yes, very much enjoyed this one. Lots of fun going on, where you're rhyming and battling and stuff like that. I really want to keep playing this a lot more, actually, but I haven't got a chance to. Next up is an IP-friendly game. This is a Sherlock game called Watson and Holmes. I think it's my favourite game in that kind of genre, or that particular, I guess, Arthur Conan Doyle kind of inspired lore. This is a game whereby you are looking to complete various missions. There's a number of missions, I think there's 13. And there's various difficulties, and they improve or they get harder as you go along. It's not particularly easy. It's always a bit like, oh, all right, that's what they meant when they're talking about a pipe or something. And it's a bit of a worker placement element whereby you're blocking a space and someone else is going to go there instead. It's better than 2-1 Baker Street, which we've got just had a shot here, because it doesn't involve dice, which is basically whoever gets the best dice rolls are going to be better. So that's the game that is not as good as Watson and Holmes. So Watson and Holmes you want to check out, not the game I've got behind me there. But do check out both videos. That one you might be familiar with. There's 75 cases, of which we've now done officially the most, because there are various people who've said they've played 75 in one day, which is impossible. But we've been playing it over 30 times now. So next up, I forgot to get this from upstairs. This is Sushi Go Party. So this is not as good as Sushi Go. Even though it's got more content, it's a bigger box, comes in a tin. By game right, I don't like it as much, just because the pureness of the original is great. It doesn't need more than that, in my opinion. Don't buy the bigger one, just go for the smaller one. And I believe, as I'm trying to do only one type of game from a series, I don't know why, but we may well see Sushi Go again, but let's come back to that. Meanwhile, we've got this game, a Reiner Knizia game, Quest for El Dorado. This might be my favourite game. I think it is my favourite game by Reiner Knizia, hence its very high position in this list. It is a game where I've played every single scenario, I've played every single colour. I have played fan-made maps, numerous fan-made maps, and there's loads to go through, so when I keep going through them, so far I think they're fairly balanced. I haven't necessarily won, but definitely enjoyed it. And next up, we've got another game of that kind of decent ilk of this size game. This is Quacks Cronenberg. Go over to Instagram if you haven't done so already to see myself in front of this building here. And yes, people were not aware that there is such a place, but this is a push your luck game. Next up, we've got a game which is sort of push your luck. It's One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now, this is my favourite of the series. Sorry, 1 Week Ultimate Werewolf. So this isn't very popular. I'm actually kind of downgrading my rating since actually sticking at this time on the list. It's just because my game experience of it was so good. Others did not enjoy it as much. I just seemed to, for some reason, I just enjoyed what I was doing, which was one night, but you get to play it a few times in a row, basically. And the difference being is you're kind of moving on a map, but it is actually very difficult in hindsight to ensure that you're doing things correctly, a bit like in Fury of Dracula, that kind of stuff. But as long as you can manage that, it's fine, but it can easily break down, and I can see why its fragility isn't like by all. Next up, Micro Macro, so a cooperative game, and pretty much I'd say a solo game, the only solo game in this set of 10. And this is the fourth one in the tetralogy. I actually have more content to bring you after you playing this box, and it's not the bonus box, it's something other than that. And I haven't played it yet, so I've been savouring it. But yeah, this one I've enjoyed very much so. Again, normally I only talk about one in a series. Currently, there is another one due to be higher up this list, so we'll see if I can bump things around. This is a detective game, a murder mystery, whodunit, a crime in times, plural, as I know Ollie says. So next up, we've got another Reiner Knizia game. Sorry about that. Another one, yeah. Lost Cities. So check out my videos for this, including the expansion. So this is also by Reiner Knizia, a smaller box game, only for 2 players. So check out my 2-player playlist, whereby you are trying to play out cards, and yeah, it's a bit of a ladder climbing game in some respect. You're trying to play higher and higher cards, etc. Okay, next up, we've got a beautiful Euro game here. This has got the insert, my wooden insert in my box, the laser cut one with the lids. This is Lorenzo Il Magnifico big box. Fantastic game. I love this game. Everyone I played it with has loved it too. And yeah, I just think it's their masterpiece. So this is by Virginia Gigli and Femina Brassini and Simia Luciani. So highly recommend this game. Wonderful game by Creative Creations. Superb. Really do enjoy that very much. And finally, to top off this list, we've got an Uwe Rosenberg game. Now, this is a smaller game. It's a re-implementation pretty much of Patchwork. Just had a really good time playing it, which is why it's so high. And that is called Struppenstroff, which is basically, I think, bricks and stuff. And it's basically, you're just going around a map as if you are like a car. And it's very much like patchwork, where it's like this wiggly line and you can go along. Nice and quick, enjoyed it very much. I'd recommend checking it out. It's pretty under the radar though, and I played on like a neoprene mat at a convention, so check out my convention playlist as well. Well, there we go. Looking forward now to that top 40 kicking in. And I know some people said, wow, these are this high, what could be higher than this? Well, wait and see. Of course, has been daily videos since I've been posting these obviously top 2,750 plus board games of all time. Of course, that's when I set this list. Of course, more games have been played since. And more games might be added, but of course, not particularly for this list, perhaps. If I do add something, I might let you know, but it's a bit more of a teaser. Of course, do let me know in the comments. Speak to you again soon. But for now, thanks very much for watching and speak to you soon. Check out those other Instagram images, etc. as well, and TikTok, X, Threads, as well as the podcast. Back to the table.